Norwood, and welcome to the 130th Norwood Day Parade. I'm Jane Brody.
And I'm Donna Lake, and we're the two hosts this evening to talk about all the wonderful floats we have here, the entrance. Jane, I heard we have about 100.
Over 100 if you include all the lovely Shriners that are going to be coming down.
That's true, and we're still on a roll. 130 years of never being rained out, never being canceled. I don't know how much longer this can go on, but we're going to ride it as long as we can.
And you couldn't have asked for a more beautiful night to be out on the streets of Norwood. There's a breeze blowing, and it's just gorgeous out.
That is true. We do have some judges that will be judging our parade. We would like to introduce them to you now. First is Scott Harris, General Manager of Aces Pickleball and Kitchen, located in the new Factory 52 development. What a wonderful place that is.
And pickleball is certainly becoming very popular. My sister is absolutely fanatic about it. Also from Factory 52, we have Eric Stringer, the Development Coordinator of PLK Communities. That are the ones that develop and manages multifamily communities and includes one of our newest, Factory 52.
And boy, oh boy, if you are lucky enough to live there, you are lucky enough to live there. What an amazing place. Next is Mimi Razor, founder of Razor, a research, marketing, design, and public relations firm who recently moved its offices to Norwood. I believe they're in the Ventura building. Welcome, and thank you for being here, Mimi.
And our final judge is Matt Day, Regional Manager for Sims Furniture, which is also part of Eagle Finance. I've never heard of Sims Furniture for years and years, and we're happy to have them now in Norwood. Matt is also the store manager for the Sims Furniture here in Norwood over by Surrey Square.
And I told Matt before the parade started that what a wonderful experience my husband and I had there. He was looking for a recliner, and he's very picky. We had been to several stores and walked into Sims, and there were several that he liked, and we ultimately brought one home. So welcome Sims Furniture to Norwood. They're located over where the old theaters and the fitness place used to be.
Now, the nice thing with our judges is you wonder, why do we have judges? Well, we have a whole number of trophies that are given out in honor of the parade. So they'll be looking at all the entries, and at the end of the parade, we'll be able to announce the winners. So they have a lot of work to do because we have, as Donna said, over 100 participants and a lot of them to look at. But our very first entry is one that always starts off the Norwood Day Parade. And that's from the Leland Barnett American Legion Post 123. They have always been the traditional start of the parade. And they're coming down the street. They're still a little distance from us, but and you can see all the flashing lights of the Norwood Safety Services behind them.
And the Barnett American Legion Post got a new commander this year, a name that some people might know, Ricky Paul, who is a retired firefighter. Ricky is the new commander of American Legion.
And the American Legion Post 123 consists of veterans and their family members. They work in collaboration with many veteran organizations and the government to help veterans that are having difficult transitioning from military life back into their community. It's located up here on Montgomery Road, just up the street, and it's been serving our community for over 100 years. The Legion is there to help any honorable discharge veteran and their family members. And stop by if you need any help. Following, you can see they're carrying the flags, the flag of the United States, the flag of Ohio, and the flag of Norwood.
We owe so much to our veterans, so having an American Legion post here in Norwood is really special. A place where, as you say, that if it can be a social activities or a place where veterans can go to get help.
And following the veterans, the American Legion Post are our own Norwood police officer color guard. And if you can hear the sirens of both our police officers and even more of our firefighters.
And I do believe that is the commander, Ricky Paul, carrying the American flag. Thank you, American Legion, for leading the Norwood Day Parade and doing this again year after year. Norwood appreciates this.
And as indicated, the Norwood Police Color Guard is following the American Legion. We're very proud of our police department. We have a new police chief.
Chief Dwayne Sumner, he stopped by our table here earlier. I think everybody in the police department might be involved in this parade tonight, Jane.
Well, they're either in the parade or on the sideline. We also have a special guest. We have our Norwood K-9 unit here. That is not someone you want to get involved with. And the people making all the noise are the Norwood Fire Department under the direction of Chief Tom McCabe. And we're showing you some of our modern engines. The police and the quad, the ladder unit, and our EMS. But you'll be surprised to see behind our modern units an antique fire department.
Yeah, that's presented by the Norwood Firefighters Association. That's a charitable arm of the Norwood Professional Firefighters. So they're employees, but they're separate. It's a separate organization, and they raise funds. It's a charitable organization, and they have an antique fire truck that is holding their families and some retired members.
And they have a lovely place. They store it up by the old Norwood Plaza and one of the old fire department headquarters.
And this parade could not be put on without sponsors. We would like to especially thank our platinum sponsor, HGC Group of Companies. It's HGC Construction, SSRG, Stanton Millworks, Stewart Iron Works, Trade 31. It's a full range of construction services, and we thank them for sponsoring the parade.
And we have now the president of the Norwood Chamber of Commerce, David Mann, and he's followed by the mayor and his supporters.
Yeah, I think David Mann is in his second year of being president, and Victor Schneider is completing his fourth year as mayor.
And looking forward to another 4 years as mayor. And now we're coming on to our Grand Marshal, Rodney Rogers, who's been certainly a part of the community for a long time. I'm sorry, I think I may miss Rodney. There he is.
There's Rodney.
You're usually supposed to be in a car.
Yeah, Rodney, what's up, dear? He was president of the Historical Society for 12 years. And do you want to know anything about Norwood? Rodney knows.
And now we have the Norwood Professional and Business and Professional Women's Club, who are the sponsors of Norwood Day. Norwood Day will take place tomorrow, July 26th at Coney Island. It's going to be a wonderful hot day, so come on out for the pool up there. But we have the club has been a longtime sponsor since the 1932 of Norwood Day, and certainly is looking forward to everyone coming out for that.
And in this car going by, I see Betty Green and Denise Pruce being driven by Jerry Pruce.
We have a scholarship winners that were on there. We have a number of the members of the club, and they invite everyone to come out. It's a fun day. There's a combination raffles. There's a big raffles. There's bingo, there's children's games, and there is that beautiful sunlight pool.
And that's Kristen Berkey, Vice President, going by.
And also another summer tradition has come back after a 3-year absence, the Holy Trinity Catholic Church Festival. And they're coming along with the theme. They have the Vibrant Norwood. The church festival is welcoming everybody to come back up there. That takes place this weekend up at Drex and Montgomery Road.
And they're also having a car show up there in addition to the festival.
And karaoke, you can win cash plus if you're a good karaoke singer. There's a obviously grand major award. You can win $3,000, and if you choose, if you feel lucky, you could pick another envelope that might have as much as $5,000 in it. We have the
deal or no deal. I think
deal
it's
or
called.
no deal. 3 envelopes.
And these are the Holy
Trinity Knights of Columbus.
Holy Trinity Knights of Columbus.
And they're followed by, we talked about our sponsor, HGC, and now...
This is the Huseman Group. It's part of the HCG. HGC. They're your trusted partner to solve any problems in the built environment. That was established by Richard Huseman. That began as a professional commercial construction company founded during the Great Depression. And they have grown ever since.
And we have another sponsor, our gold sponsor, Matlock Electric. They've had some new buildings built down there on Highland Avenue and have been a long time Norwood business. And we appreciate their support of the parade.
And we miss Mr. Gephardt. My neighbor works for Matlock, and he tells me it's a wonderful place to work. And now, Jane, we're probably not going to be able to talk for a while because we have the Norwood High School Marching Indians under the direction of Jacob Lee. They got new uniforms this year, and they're going to be debuting during a football game this season. So they're also going to be hosting a show on September 16th. Come out and support the band. Contact Mr. Lee.
So why don't we listen to the band as they go by? And the band is leading out a number of students from the Norwood City School District.
We've got Mark Gabber, the new principal of Norwood High School. I see Brandon Atwood, board member. There are just so many folks here from the schools, I don't know where to start. Dick Guy. We got people from the board office. Chris Chesney.
And you can just see the spirit of our Norwood City School students. We love to see that kind of spirit going by.
School won't be too long when school starts up again. It's the most wonderful time of the year for parents.
And another sponsor, the gold sponsor, School Outfitters. So if you need stuff, get it from School Outfitters.
And they not only do just desks and things like that, but they meet schools' unique needs processes to achieve their goals. They do more than furniture and equipment.
And this enthusiastic group that's following them are the Norwood Little Indians football team and the cheer team.
And I think it's a lot of the athletic teams, too.
See, there's lots of stuff for the kids here in Norwood through the city schools. And now we have one of the candidates for council.
John Braden for council. I think he's got The Incredibles. Is this maybe The Incredibles? We got more Norwood schools.
A lot of.
I think these might be the Little Indians and Little Cheer.
Yeah, definitely the cheer team.
They start them young. Norwood City schools are always so well represented, Jane.
That
They
is
always
true.
always come out in large numbers.
Well, it's always good to see all kinds of there's the cheers, and we also have the Incredibles are the students with special disabilities that certainly are able to become a part of our community also.
And there's my friend Miss Marley. There's no exercise better for the heart than reaching down and lifting people up. When we give cheerfully and accept gratefully, everyone is blessed. You have not lived today until you have done something for someone who can never repay you. A kind gesture can reach a wound that only compassion can heal. Kindness counts every day.
I like the sign, stay positive. And then, of course, the silhouettes. I mean, talk about music and the wonderful things that they do.
It's a great show choir. We have them at our Christmas meeting every year at Business Women.
That's right. They knew choir was cool before Glee started.
That's right. And then this is Norwood City Schools Alumni Association.
Just because you graduate doesn't mean you don't stay in touch with the school.
Grethel Mayfield will get you involved one way or the other. And we have some silver sponsors. Alloy Development, formerly known as HCDC, merged with Access Business Finance and rebranded in 2022. So it's an economic development growth marketplace. They're located on Mentor Avenue.
And another silver sponsor sitting right next to me, Donna Lake and her husband Bob. We certainly appreciate you and Bob's involvement every year in the parade as a silver sponsor. Thank you, Donna.
We are happy to do so.
And then the Norwood Soccer Association. I mean, we have football, we have soccer. You know, the Women's World Cup is going on.
The women are doing well.
I know, and some of these people may grow up to become part of the future world team, both the men and the women's world teams.
It's hard to believe that this was established in 1987. It's a recreational soccer club for boys and girls that are under 18 and younger. And they play through the SAY League, East Soccer League. They have about 200 players this spring, they said. Soccer is really, really taking off lately.
Well, it certainly seems that I don't understand the rules, but a lot of people younger than me are certainly members of watching soccer and can understand it. I just follow Ted Lasso, that's all.
I'm learning more and more because my twin grandkids play soccer, and so I finally learned what offsides was the other day.
And now we have the Norwood Moose. And Donna, I understand you have a special thing to show.
Yeah, so I belong to the Moose, and I didn't want to just wear just the Moose shirt up here today, but I promised them that I would display my Moose shirt proudly.
And there's certainly bright and vibrant shirts out there.
That they are. They're such a nice organization. They support Moose Heart and Moose Haven, which is homes for children who may not have other parents or anyone to take care of them. And then Moose Haven, which is for older folks, a retirement community in Florida. They're very active in the community. They give out a $1,000 scholarship to a graduating Norwood High School senior every year. Thank you, Norwood Moose. They're located down on Mills Avenue.
And more sponsors, the silver sponsors, Xavier University, our friends to the south of us. It's a private coeducational university providing liberal arts education in the Catholic Jesuit community. They have over 900 undergraduate programs, and 98% of the students who graduate get a job.
And thank you, New Bethel Baptist Church. Worship service is 11 a.m. on Sundays, and midweek Bible and prayer, Facebook only, are held on Wednesdays at noon.
And now our Norwood Barracuda swim team. So if you don't like football or cheering or soccer, you can go swimming. The Barracudas have been a long-time swim team. They were founded in 1982.
They doubled in size last year. They have over 70 kids participating.
And next year, in 2 years, 2025, they will host the league-wide championship.
You can see those kids down there swimming and practicing early in the morning. Boy, I'm sure that water might be cold in the morning when they're down there practicing.
Then another sponsor, our diamond sponsor, Jeffrey R. Anderson Real Estate. They're the ones that behind all the Rookwood shopping areas, and we certainly appreciate all the work that Jeffrey R. Anderson's company has done here. They're followed by the Norwood Boy Scouts, Pack 8. Well, no, Pack 99.
Yeah. Troop 9.
Troop 9.
They've been continuous service of our community for over 100 years, and they help youth become upstanding citizens. They've had several Eagle Scouts come through that troop.
And we have the Norwood Public Library. Well, the Cincinnati Public Library, I still think of it as the Norwood Public Library. Our library is one of the original Carnegie buildings, and it's a beautiful place to go. And I spent many hours there.
And next is a diamond sponsor, Pro Graphics, located at 4404 Forest Avenue. Full service printers, high-speed digital copies, offset printing, graphic design, and bulk mail service. And the Norwood Masonic Lodge, number 576. It was chartered in 1895. That's even before me, Jane. And has been in existence ever since. It's guided by their worshipful master, Kevin Matthews. They're continuing to provide relief, hope, and charity throughout the city of Norwood.
We have a lot of very active community organizations like the Moose and like the Masons and Knights of Columbus. If you want to be involved, Norwood's the place to do it.
And next, as diamond sponsor, CenterPoint Health. CenterPoint Health went into the Norwood City Schools in 2021. It's a school-based health program, a health center in Norwood City Schools. They provide medical, dental, and behavioral health care for staff and students. And I'm pretty sure that's even open to the public. So if you don't have a physician, you may want to stop in and talk to them at CenterPoint.
It's nice. It's located right in the school, right in the high school.
Right.
And
next I see Julie Peter in an Indian Mound Cafe. Oh, and there's Sheila and Bobby.
And a wonderful place to stop in, have something to eat. Great wings there.
And burgers. And beer.
And beer.
Another gold sponsor, Dress for Success. They've been transforming lives for over 20 years. They have a store where you can buy clothes, the gently used clothes, and all of the money is given back to Dress for Success. They're located in Norwood at 4623 Wesley Avenue, Suite H, kind of in the back.
And it's a wonderful way that people who are transitioning into new positions are able to find clothes that they can wear to properly present themselves into it's a great thing that happens for them.
And I love the crowns, ladies. I love the crowns. You're our queens. They say our vision is a world where women do not live in poverty, are treated with dignity and respect, and are strengthening their families and shaping their communities.
Now I see a dragon coming down the street.
Wow. Cameron Avenue Church of God. Carolyn Atwood Ayers. They're doing Vacation Bible School. You are always on the go, Carolyn. Oh my, she's bringing us sugar. Thank you.
Well, and they say they're engaged in an epic battle for the hearts and minds of our youth.
And their Vacation Bible School is August 1st to the 4th.
Another health organization, Child Focus. It serves over 20,000 individuals in developing thriving kids, strong families, and successful adults. The office is located right across from Surrey Square.
And this is a truck for Green's Flower Shop. It's a 1948 Chevy pickup truck. It was produced on the line at Norwood's GM assembly plant. It's currently owned by a Norwood native, Noah Barber, son of Angie. She's the owner of Green's, and he's restoring this, and it was a surprise for her today. Somewhere along this parade route, Angie Barber is crying her eyes out seeing that truck.
And another gold sponsor are La Rosa's Norwood, located right across here from City Hall. And thank you for providing the food for our judges and our workers here for the parade. Thank you, Norwood, La Rosa's.
Jim Von Haney always is so kind to the Norwood community. Thank you, Jim.
And then the Norwood Church and the Norwood Coffee Shop. Go ahead.
They're located on 4424 Floral Avenue, so you can stop in for a coffee, and it's I understand it's a donation base, so you can pay whatever you like, and then stay for service right next door. So it's a church and a coffee house.
And we have Norwood Together, another wonderful organization of local volunteers that are trying to build up all of Norwood.
And we have a new executive director. His name is Ron Mosby and his wife Cindy. They're walking in the parade. They want to remind you that they have the International Art Show on September 16th, the Home Tour October 21st, and the Gem of the Community Awards celebration on February 29th next year. You can get welcome bags for people in your neighborhood, too.
Another silver sponsor, New City Church. That's located there on the corner of Floral and, let's see, I think it's Washington. No, it's Adams.
Yes.
It's the old, it's a beautiful church.
It's Washington.
Yeah, you see all kinds of lovely things that they've done with that church there, and they invite anyone who wants to come and join them.
And beautiful flowers out front. And now it says, ladies and gentlemen, hold on to your eardrums because we have a parade float that's ready to rock your socks off. The New City Church float isn't your average musical accompaniment. It's a full-blown symphony on wheels. Says you're going to be serenaded by a cacophony of tunes that'll make your head nod and your feet tap uncontrollably. Get ready for a parade experience that will have you laughing, dancing, and questioning the limits of musical possibility, because the New City Float is here to blow your mind and turn the whole street into one massive dance party.
What do you think?
My feet are tapping.
They are.
Now we have some political entries coming up.
You know, it's an election year this year.
Absolutely, absolutely.
So we have Jeff Gurton, who's running for council in Ward 3. Followed by Susan Hoover, who's currently on council and running for re-election. Susan is a 24-year resident who's raised her 3 sons in South Norwood. You and I both know how much time it takes to be on council.
Oh, people cannot even imagine.
then Emily Franzen.
We have Alexis Royce, who is also a council at large, running for re-election.
And Candace Wittenbauer, who's running for council in Ward 2. She's up for re-election this year, too.
Yep, she has served 2 years on council, and it's a thankless job. It takes a lot of time, a lot of energy.
At least they don't have the meetings till 2 a.m. like they used to when I was on council.
Oh, my.
So remember, this is a Norwood City election year, so please go out and vote in November.
We've got a lot of offices up. I think the only office that is not up is the treasurer. So you have mayor, president of council, all 7 council people,
the auditor and the
law director. A full ballot in November.
So study up and come out and vote in November.
Next is Sam Bowling. Sam is running for Norwood City Council in Ward 1.
Now there is another election coming up in August. That's not a Norwood, it's a statewide election, but please remember to exercise your civic responsibility. We're so blessed to have the Board of Elections right here in Norwood now, so early voting is open for the August election, and if you can't make it to the polls in November, you can always vote early right here in Norwood at the Board of Election.
Makes it so much easier for anybody to come here on the bus line, free parking.
We even had John Legend here, I understand, the other night.
And this is Emily Franzen for Norwood City Council. She is currently on council, and she's hoping for a second term. She's at council at large. She's been chair of the Infrastructure and Parks Committee the last 2 years, and hopes to continue to do that.
And though it is a Norwood city election, there is also some county, especially in judges. We have Judge Marilyn Zayas, the first Latina elected to the Court of Appeals, and she's running for re-election. And appreciate your support.
She said she's raised her 3 children and her 3 adopted dogs in Cincinnati.
And we also have the James Bonsall, as you said, we're running as the treasurer's office is running. One of the things that Mr. Bonsall is particularly proud of is that you can now e-file your Norwood income tax.
Oh, we are finally in the 20th century.
Yeah, not the 21st, but the 20th century.
We're getting there. He oversees the Office for Earnings Tax Collection. So, my neighbor told me they always have to pay taxes, and in the past, sometimes the checks would sit for months, and it didn't happen this year. So, thank you, James. Tim Wagers is the tax commissioner.
And we wish Tim a healthy recovery. Tim had an emergency appendectomy last week.
Oh, no. I hope you do get well, Tim. So you can e-file your taxes online at norwoodohio.gov, and they've collected a record number of interest, over $400,000 in the first 6 months alone. And that's amazing with interest rates being so low on savings accounts.
And we have another diamond sponsor, Factory 52. We've talked a little bit about them with the judges. That is just an amazing development that's opening up there. 21-acre lifestyle development featuring upscale apartments, boutique shopping, a cycling studio, and many dining and entertainment districts. They're going to have a gather hall, a food hall with 17 of Cincinnati's favorite restaurants.
They're going to have 2 breweries there, a High Wire Brewing and Fretboard Brewing. And speaking of Fretboard Brewing, Norwood hometown boy Kevin Moreland is the owner of Fretboard. He has a place out in Sharonville, the Blue Ash, that I've been to, which is wonderful, but I think this one might be even better. They have a tap room located at the end of the gather-all. They have cocktails, beer, acoustic, solo, and dual acts performing Monday through Thursday. They're open Monday through Thursday, noon to 10. Friday and Saturday open till midnight, and Sunday 12 to 8.
And as I said, my sister is a huge pickleball fan, and she's just aching to get to the new pickleball places at Aces Pickleball, Aces Plus Kitchen, which is now open in the Factory 52 area, and so is the restaurant there.
And the food in the kitchen is amazing. We ate there. We had the ribbon cutting, and we ate there, and it was really, really good.
So all kinds of wonderful things. So nice to see the old U.S. playing card area being redeveloped and being redeveloped in a way that respects the history of the playing card.
Absolutely. I would suggest anybody either walk over or drive over and walk through the whole facility. It's an amazing place.
And now we have the AAA clubs reminding you to slow down and move over if you ever see a emergency vehicle or coming by. It's the law in all 50 states, and we want to make sure that our emergency workers get home safely, as well as take care of the people that need to.
And next is the Norwood Historical Society. It was founded in 1978. They're trying to preserve Norwood's history. I think that's Susan Daniels on the bus. She is the current president. They have monthly meetings. We have social events. There's an archive room, and she can help you look up the previous owners of your property.
And another gold sponsor, Eagle Loan Company. We talked about them before. They're located over in it's on Smith Road, their local branch, and we're glad to have them here in the city.
And we have Eagle Finance and Sims Furniture, again located in the shopping center. In need of some quick cash, Eagle's got your back. Personal loans from $1,000 to $10,000, and they are giving out stuffed animals. The kids are going crazy. Sims Furniture has great furniture, huge inventory, something you can find something that you'll love.
Those are adorable.
They are adorable. So cute.
We have another diamond sponsor, Paycor, located over on Linden Point, or I guess Paycor area now, on the lateral.
Norwood, at the lateral, I think it's called now.
And again, a wonderful civic employer here in Norwood.
And this is something that is intriguing. The Cincinnati Junior Roller Derby. It's a 501c3 youth sports league that teaches skaters of all genders, backgrounds, and body types self-confidence, fair play, and leadership through the sport of flat track roller derby. There's some talented skaters out there.
I can't even skate going forward.
I can't either, Jane. I went to a roller derby match once over at the old Cincinnati Gardens a few years ago, and it was crazy. I mean, you have to be a really, really, really good skater to do that.
Well, I used to love to go to the roller derby at the Gardens. I'm so sad that Cincinnati Gardens doesn't exist anymore.
I agree.
We have another band coming. The Cincinnati Music and Arts Program, the CCPA Lions Marching Pride. They would use it to expand the use of music and art as a teaching strategy to increase students' motivation to learn. Let's listen to them.
These students really perform with pride. And next we have some more of the political entries. This is Rob Hill.
And his beautiful wife.
Cindy, he's running for council in Ward 3. He said he'd be honored to represent Ward 3 and work with other members of council and the administration to keep Norwood moving forward. He's got friends and some neighbors and some family members. It's always hard to run a campaign, Jane. You and I know.
Oh, I know that. I ran enough of them. So
Yep.
did you.
You need the help of your family and friends to get it done.
Another candidate, a new candidate, Tony Hooks, who's running for city council at large.
Tony's a lifelong resident and graduated from Norwood High School in 1991. He hopes to get involved in revitalizing Norwood's small neighborhood business districts.
And we saw some people carrying John Breeden signs before amongst the school kids, but there's John's official entry into the city. John is running for re-election for Ward 4.
And I think he calls that Ellie the Elephant. It looks like John is carrying his grandson. I think that's, he's madly in love with that grandson.
Well, and we've got some more senior members coming by too in support of John.
And that's John's wife.
There's John.
There's John and his grandson. We talked about Ellie the Elephant.
Another candidate for re-election is Chris Kelch, I'm sorry. He's running for re-election for his third term to Norwood City Council.
Yeah, he's in Ward 1. Wants to work on parks, Elm Avenue flood abatement, and developing a plan for street repair. And next is Brittany Kelch, candidate for school board. Her goals upon election are to serve the families of Norwood by providing a growth mindset to our education system, bringing a no-nonsense approach that will allow educators and youth to thrive in the classroom and beyond.
And as we said, there's other than Norwood elections. There's a municipal court election with Kurt Kissinger running for re-election.
I see Melissa Bishop and her husband out there walking. I think Melissa works for Judge Kissinger. His district is District 4, which includes Norwood, so remember in November to keep Judge Kissinger in mind.
Another sponsor, the gold sponsor, is the Courtyards by Marriott. You know, people never thought about putting a hotel in this area, but it has certainly taken off. Once they built that, they ended up having to build the residents in, and there's all kinds of hotels being built.
123 rooms, and I understand they're pretty much filled. And next is Northwood Cider Company. It's a hometown craft beverage company creating over a dozen varieties of hard cider at the tap room right here in the heart of Norwood on Mills Avenue, right across from Victory Park.
I just love cider.
Do you?
More than beer. I can drink cider more than I can drink beer, and I can drink a lot of beer.
Next is Community Missionary Baptist Church. They're located at 4545 Forest Avenue, and they welcome you for services on Sundays and Wednesdays. Oh, nice. They're building a Vibrant Norwood.
And those are certainly vibrant. The church and I'm assuming that's the U.S. plane
Yeah, the
card
clock tower.
tower. So look at those hard construction workers on that float.
Cute construction workers. Well done.
Then another coming up is another longtime participant in the Norwood Day Parade, the Star Strutters Baton Corps. They've been part of this parade for 34 years. That's almost as long as we have been.
Almost. They're getting ready to head to Florida, Jane, to compete in the U.S. Twirling Association National Championship. From 3 to 21 years old.
They're always ready to welcome new members. Just look them up on their Facebook page, Star Strutters Baton Corps, and send a message. They'll be glad to hear you.
That's music that'll make you tap your toe.
We have another sponsor, gold sponsor, Republic Bank. They're located at 4030 Smith Road. It's a bank where everyone can feel welcome.
And next is Maria Williams. She is an independent candidate for president of Norwood City Council. You and I both know what that involves, don't we?
Why would anybody want that? But nonetheless, there are candidates for it.
That's right. Next is elect Samantha Silverstein Judge. She is currently director at the Hamilton County Public Defender Office and a UC Law professor, and she is the candidate for Municipal Court in District 4.
So again, there's a judge election, two of many judge elections this November also. So keep that in mind besides our local candidates.
Silver sponsor, Great Oaks Career Campuses. They have 4 campuses. Great Oaks High School students prepare for careers in college, and adults can get training as well. And Negley Club and Islandorf Funeral Home, which is located at 3900 Montgomery Road. They can do traditional or alternative services, cremation, and DNA profiling, and a wonderful community partner.
We have the Ashland Avenue Baptist Church. They are located right at Ashland and almost to Hopkins. They are always so great. Everybody loves them at the parade because they give out free drinks and hot dogs and hamburgers. And they certainly support the city in many, many ways.
Next are some vehicles from Norwood Public Works. We cannot thank Norwood Public Works enough. By the time an hour after this parade is over, you would never know there was a parade. They're going to be out cleaning up. They respond to everything. They do parks, streets, paint, garage, water. They're on call 24/7, 365. And they just do a wonderful job under the leadership of Clint Zimmerman.
Now, they certainly keep the city in wonderful shape. We also have the Gem of the Highland 5K race. You've run in that, haven't you, Donna?
I don't run, I walk in it now, and it's always the coldest Saturday of the year. It's November the 4th this year at 9 a.m. It's really fun. It's going to start and end at Factory 52 this year, so a little different route.
It's a great race and a great cause that they support.
They've donated over $50,000 to improve Norwood parks. And another sponsor, United Dairy Farmers. They're the producer of UDF milk, dairy, and ice cream, homemade brands. They have over 200 locations.
And they have a dancing milkshake out there.
And I think it's still peach time, if I'm not mistaken.
I love their peach ice cream.
I think peach is still on the menu for a few more days.
And they're followed by a replica of the very first truck, the dairy truck that was Mr. Lindner's father. I remember him talking about that when they first started doing. Had that truck came out, they restored it. It's the replica of the dairy truck that his father used when he started the business here in Norwood. Let's not forget that UDF is a home citizen. Started right here in Norwood and has stayed in Norwood throughout its history.
Over 80 years. It's currently run, owned, and operated by Robert D. Lindner family.
And one of my favorite returns to our parade is the UDF cow. It's a Norwood Day Parade when you get the cow out there.
Next is another sponsor, the gold sponsor, the Urology Group. It's the single largest specialty group of urologists in the country. There's more than 35 board certified urologists around neighborhood offices. They treat any condition involving the bladder, kidneys, prostate, and urinary tract.
And we have another sponsor, gold sponsor, Tom and Mary Ann Williams. They're not able to be here, but Tom Williams was mayor for 16 years, and before that on the Norwood Police Department. Mary Ann has been a longtime citizen and worker here in Norwood, and we wish them well. I hope wherever they are that they're doing well.
I'm sure they're watching, and we miss you, Tom and Marion.
Now the Hamilton County Sheriff's Department, a number of units here.
It's under the leadership of Sheriff Charmaine McGuffey. They're committed to protecting and servicing Hamilton County with accountability, transparency, dignity, and respect. Sheriff McGuffey is a lifelong Cincinnatian and a 37-year veteran of the department. She took office on January 4th of 2021 and is the highest-ranking woman in the history of the county sheriff's office. She's also a self-defense instructor, and she's led a lot of reforms to reduce the likelihood of people returning to jail.
And one of the things the Sheriff's Department has long had is their bagpipe corps, which we can hear as they go by right now.
Sometimes the sheriff's office provides all of the policing services to some communities, and in others they just supplement, such as ours. You may see them in Norwood, even though we have our own police department, or you may see them along the expressway.
And sometimes we help them, especially with the SWAT units, which we're seeing one of the SWAT trucks come by.
That's right.
We have a task force that work. The Norwood Police Department has a number of officers who work with the Hamilton County Sheriffs, both in SWAT and in drug enforcement. Then another silver sponsor, Cincinnati Converters and Perry Contractor.
Cincinnati Converters prints flexible packaging for form, fill, and seal equipment for over 40 years. And Perry Contracting is a general construction office located here in Norwood. Through strong leadership and collaboration, we work to exceed our clients' expectations on every project.
We've also had Resurge Recovery going by. That's a treatment and the counseling center up on Fenwick and Montgomery Road.
Marvelous facility, marvelous facility. And then you see public safety. They're committed to providing a safe campus environment and work with Cincinnati police to prevent crime and provide vital safety services and resources.
And our neighbor just to the south of here is Liberty Tax. If you've ever gone by, especially tax season, seen the Statue of Liberty out there waving at people going by, and you can always find it on Montgomery Road. It always has a number of flags in front of it. And someone is working hard even as he's riding by in the parade.
And next, as you can hear, is the Cincinnati Image. It's a community youth group made out of Millvale Rec Center, ages 7 to 17. No experience is necessary. Inquire at Mr. Val at Millvale Rec Center.
And then Maria for Life. As I said, there is an election on August 8th.
Maria for Life, protecting kids, parents, and your voice. And they urge you to vote yes on issue 1 on August the 8th.
And then we have a number of environmental groups together. Groundwork, Climate Safe Neighborhoods, Keep Norwood Cool, and the Green Corps.
Dana Bowles been really involved in doing environmental mapping in Norwood about keeping Norwood cool. They promote the planting of trees, green space, safe neighborhoods, climate safe neighborhoods. They went to green umbrella. It's amazing the difference on a street where there are trees planted. And they urge you to continue to plant trees. You know, we have a tree board, and our goal is to plant as many trees as we can because it does make a difference.
And if you want to see something really vibrant, you can see right on that beautiful convertible out there. I've never seen a fluorescent convertible before. They're from Big Papa's Car Audio.
And that's Greg Melton. He's a Norwood resident. I think Big Papa's is located up, maybe like in Silverton, right up on Montgomery Road.
Just right before you get to Silverton.
Okay.
And if you need anything for your car, be sure that. And now, Donna, I think that we're going to make a special presentation.
What happened to the little Mustangs and the little Corvettes? They died.
They died.
And
okay.
We're going to have a presentation at this time.
Well, I have to say on behalf of the Norwood Chamber of Commerce, you are one of the highlights of our parade. We really appreciate your participation over the number of years. And on behalf of that, I'd like to give you this check. Mary, do you have something you'd like to say?
It's been a beautiful evening.
Yes, Well,
There's nothing like the Shriners.
Thank you very much. This is my 8th year and I love every minute.
well, we're looking forward to seeing the routines.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. Oh.
Put a show on.
Okay.
Thank you.
Paul Brown is the potentate, not Paul Brown, but Paul Brown. And Carl Eidler, a Norwood resident, told me today he's the Oriental guide, and that means he'll be potentate in 2027. Welcome, Shriners. And I'm afraid that Carl is now getting on some kind of a motorcycle. Heaven help us. I'm not sure what that is, but we've got a couple of them here.
It's always interesting to see the Shriners mini cars and their performance. We're glad to see they're out there. We thought maybe it would be too hot for them, but doesn't look like it. Looks like they're just hot as can be, doing donuts in the middle of the street.
And we always have to say, do not try this on your own.
That is right. You must be a Shriner to be able to do this.
These are like the desert roadsters, I think they call desert roadsters.
Well, this is new, Donna. We have some ladies along with the Shriners.
Yeah.
We're glad to see you, ladies. I wouldn't mind riding in one of those.
That'd be fun. And I'm sure they'll be glad to know that Montgomery Road's going to be resurfaced in a year or two. I imagine riding on those down Montgomery Road might get a little bumpy sometimes.
Yeah, unfortunately, the streets in Norwood have their own speed bumps in them.
The hot rods.
There's the director's staff. And we always enjoy the Oriental band going by.
have a clown or two. Now, I'm not sure if he is in the parade, but there's a gentleman named Charlie Gadbury. He lives in Norwood, and he has been a Shriner for I don't know, like as long as I can, I think as long as he's been alive, maybe. He's 91 years old, and he was going to try to be in the parade tonight, and I'm not sure if he is or not. But I want to give a shout out if he is. We're glad that he's here, and if not, I'm sure he's watching at home. And we hope that, Charlie, that you are doing well. He's been a longtime supporter. He had a grandson who was treated by the Shriners, and Carl's brother was treated by the Shriners, and they will be forever grateful to them.
And I'd like to point out that hopefully you're watching this live, but Norwood Community Television will be showing the parade on its Facebook and on its YouTube channel, so you can watch a lot of stuff that goes on through Norwood Community, even if you don't have cable. The council meetings and other meetings are shown on YouTube and on Facebook Live, and we really appreciate the work of Norwood Community Television.
Oh my, that was close. I wonder where they practiced this.
Ooh. There's a little Shriner going by.
A future Shriner. He's got the wave down. Oh, here comes some more big hot rodders.
So whoever thought the Shriners were just a bunch of boring old men, can see that's not true.
Cincy Drifters. I love the red, white, and blue lit up on the back and the flags. I'm afraid if I sat down that low for that long, I might not be able to get up.
I know I wouldn't be able to get up. I think this is my favorite, the
Oh my
miniature
goodness.
moving truck.
Look at that. Oh my goodness. Love to the rescue. That is very nice. The kids just love these cars, as do adults.
The people racing them look like they're loving them too. They're getting close to our cameras. Well, Donna, it looks like we're coming to the end of another wonderful Norwood Day Parade.
Couldn't have asked for better weather, better participation. We had a lot of political candidates. Again, just remember there's a special election in August and there's another election in November. So exercise your right to vote in both of those.
And it's Norwood city elections. These are people who are going to be touching your lives every moment. So be sure to come out in November to elect.
And I want to give a thanks to Norwood Community Television for doing this. We had no problems this year, Jane.
None at all. We could even hear each other.
That's amazing. And we do have some trophies to award. We want to thank the Norwood Police Department for ending the parade and
bringing down all those patient people who've been waiting to come up Montgomery Road.
I'm not sure about patient, but they're coming up Montgomery Road.
Well, before we give out the awards, let's thank again our panel of judges. Scott Harris, the general manager of ACE's Pickleball Plus Kitchen and the Factory 52 development.
Eric Stringer, the development coordinator of PLK Communities at Factory 52, in particular here in Norwood.
Mimi Razor, founder of Razor, a research and marketing design and public relations firm here in Norwood.
And Matt Day, regional manager of Sims Furniture, which is part of Eagle Finance.
Okay, so we're ready now. The judges have made their decision, and Donna and I will announce the winners.
In second place float and awarded $250 is Ashland Avenue Baptist Church. Congratulations.
And the best float and a winner of $500 is Holy Trinity Catholic Church.
First place musical performance entry, New City Church.
And the Rick Detmer Trophy for businesses of less than 25 employees, Eagle Loan Company.
The President's Trophy, a business of 25 plus employees, Ace's Pickleball and Kitchen. I think those guys playing pickleball coming down Montgomery Road might have had something to do with that.
The Carl H. Lindner Memorial Award, and let's always remember the generosity of Carl Lindner to the city of Norwood, and that's for the best church, civic, or non-profit float goes to Community Missionary Baptist Church.
And the Judge's Choice Trophy, which is the first place overall award, is Holy Trinity, and I think it was the Peacock as the Vibrant Norwood.
So we thank you all for coming out for the parade. We remind you that Norwood Day is tomorrow, July 26th at Coney Island. Please come up. It's going to be a hot one, so enjoy the pool.
And again, thanks to Norwood Community Television for providing all the TV cameras and the sound. And this will, again, as you said, Jane, this will be able to be viewed on YouTube or Facebook. So thank you, Norwood Community Television. And good Lord willing, we'll see you next year, Jane.
Well, we've been here for, there's been 130 parades. We haven't been for all of them, maybe most of them. But we're looking forward to next year to the 131st Norwood Day Parade, and we hope to see you all then. Have a good and safe evening, everyone.
Bye, everyone.